Hey, this is Pastor Frank with a follow-up to last Sunday's message as we continue our series called Heavenly Heroes, superheroes of the Old Testament. David is to me, he's such a special person in the Old Testament, probably my favorite character in the Old Testament. We're doing a two-parter on David, and last Sunday we watched David approach the greatest battle in the Old Testament, and it's not fought between two armies. It's fought between two people, between a really tall, big giant named Goliath and a little shepherd boy from Bethlehem. And what a great example of David, of just truly a person that has a heart that beats for God. And you know, for 40 days, Goliath was taunting the people of Israel and the God of Israel. And for 40 days, nobody did anything until the 41st day that little boy shows up. Maybe 14, 15 years of age, and David just has the ability to see the big picture. He has the ability to look down in that valley and say, this is not a fight between peoples, this is a fight, this is God's fight, and the battle belongs to the Lord. And as David approaches that and sees that, you know, it reminds me that God uses people that is able to see the big picture. And as Pastor Graham says, we have to see the main thing and keep the main thing the main thing. And even David, he could have got off on a side battle with his brother and gotten a little argument there. He moves away from distractions, and he remembers who God is and how God has provided for him with a lion and a bear. And he goes and he slays a giant. And it's an amazing story. And it's hard to teach David because you look at that and say, well, that's just a supernatural, amazing thing, and I can't be that. But that little boy can teach us about seeing the big picture and not getting distracted and remembering the good times when God comes into our life and does amazing things. Do we remember those? And can we take the faithfulness of God from our past experiences? What was your lion in your faith journey? What was your bear in your faith journey? What was the hard things that you journeyed through with God that you saw God come through and you're like, you know, that's my God. And that same God is the same God that's with me today. David just knew it wasn't about him, it was about the Lord. He's awesome. And I hope he encourages you. He really encourages me in my faith journey with Jesus. This next Sunday, we're going to be looking at Noah. We might be looking at a few other characters in the Old Testament as well. And we're going to have a blast with that, so stay tuned for that one. We do have a church picnic coming up pretty soon. We encourage you to be a part of that, which is going to be a blast, as well as, you know, a new series is coming up, and I'd love to just, you know, get the questions from you. We're going to do a series called Questions. If you could ask Jesus a question, what would it be? Go on our website and let us know what your question would be to Jesus. And kicking it off here in the fall, we're just going to grab the biggest questions, and we're gonna try to answer those in a series called Questions. God bless you, Woodbridge Community Church. You guys have a great week this week, and we will see you on Sunday. So take care. Bye-bye.